Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings, and I'm here to pop down our cards for this week. It starts tomorrow. I think that's the 11th of April. Might be the 12th. Actually, might be the 12th. So let's just have a look and see what the cards have got for us this week. Okay, so the first card we have in the Faulkner deck is the Chariot. So the Chariot, great card, because it is all about us following our own path and going in the direction that we want to go. So it's a really good, strong energy. It talks about moving forwards. It talks about you being in control of your destiny, really. The thing with the Chariot, and I say it every time I pull the Chariot, is it's about you going where you want to go. You wouldn't let somebody else steer your car while you're driving it. So it's about you choosing your direction. You choose where you're going. It's not very clear in this particular version of the Faulkner Tarot that I've got, because this is quite an old card. I had to take it out of an older deck because for some reason 2 or 3 cards were missing out of this deck and I've never found them. I don't know where they went, but the Chariot was one of them. So I had to take the Chariot out of a very old deck that I had. So the imagery is not that clear, but this side of the road is really, really clear. This side of the road has got loads and loads of cars to get around. So just depends to me which side of the road I'm drawn to. And for me, I'm looking at the left-hand side at the moment. And this is a clear road. You know, this is nothing is getting in my way. Nothing is holding me back now. So it's a really good, strong card for the start of the week. It's saying to you, it's time to move forward. It's time to go in your own direction. Just drive your car where you want to go. It's interesting because Monday is when a lot of the lockdown rules in the UK, I'm in the UK, I'm in London, are being lifted. So not all of them, but things are certainly starting to get moving again. And it's, you know, things like the pubs, I think, are open, as long as you're outdoors. The shops that aren't just essential shops are starting to open. I think the hairdressers and people like that are all starting to open. So things are starting to move forward for us with regard to that as well. So really nice, good, strong, positive energy. So the other deck that I'm using, tarot deck that I'm using for the rest of April, probably for some of May as well, because I'm a bit late using it, is the Mons Tarot. I've done an unboxing of this. I'll tag it in at the end so you can have a look at it if you want to. It's so damn cute. It's really, really lovely. This is the deck that I'm talking about, the Mons Tarot. So let's see what that little deck has in store for us today. And let me just move it down a little bit. They're really big cards, so I have to shuffle them around a little bit so they fit. So the card we have is the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords is a card that would be talking about, see, where I learned to read tarot, I learned with the Faulkner deck. I've used the Rider-Waite before that, but I really got into the Faulkner deck, and that's where I learned most of my stuff. The Queen of Swords would be a air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, usually a lady. It doesn't always have to be, you know, we're not always gender specific with the queens and the kings and all of that. But for me, it usually comes up for a lady. Doesn't have to be. I've said that before, I'll say it again. Read it how you feel. You know, you look at it, when you look at it, and you're thinking about what air sign people do I have. If you've got an air sign guy around you that reminds you of, then that's what you're being asked to look at. Your guides will show you things in the way that you can recognise them. They do that for me and they'll do that for you. So the Queen of Swords is all about having a strategy. she's very strategic, she's intelligent, she's very quick-witted, she's sharp, you know, she's a sword. All I would say with the Queen of Wands sometimes is don't let yourself get into overthinking mode. That Chariot is saying we're going forward, we're moving forward, come on, let's go for it. So have your strategy, yeah, have your plan, yeah, be focused as you would be with the Queen of Swords, but don't let yourself get into overthinking. The Chariot's really kind of saying just get on with it, just do it. Queen of Swords is a great card for you to have a plan and be ready to tick off the boxes as you're going along. She's a really, really positive energy to have in a card spread. But she does just ask you not to overthink things too much, just in case you get into that kind of like, oh, do I do it? Do I not? What if I do? What if I do it and it goes wrong? Blah, 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 blah. That's what happens to quite a lot of us, isn't it? So great tarot cards to be starting off with. I'm just going to also put down a card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which is Colette Baron Reid's latest offering. So I'll pop down a card from there as well, an Oracle card. Okay. So this card is the Father Gate, and it talks about a bold step forward. Now, that ties in quite nicely with the good old Chariot. So it's talking about that moving forward, the energy of moving forward. It's card 55. If you add 5 plus 5, you get 10. 10 is the wheel. The wheel talks about moving forward as well. So we've got quite a bit of synchronicity going on here. I'm just going to have a quick check what it says in the book. I won't read the whole thing out because there's they do tend to like be a whole story attached to that, and rather than read it all out, I think take what you see from it. What do you see? There's this gate that's opening up. There's this whole new vista for you to be looking out on. You know, the sun is coming through here. We're walking into this light. You know, our path is clear for us. Walk forward. This is what this path is saying here. So it says here, the gift of the Father Gate is to bring you the fullness expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It's an invitation to a sacred passage, to a new discovery, both new challenges and opportunities. It's not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration itself. You have been a farmer far too long, tilling the hard soil, and that now bears little fruit for you. It's time to put on the explorer hat once again. So it might be talking about you kind of having got as much as you possibly can out of a situation that you're in, and now it's time to move forward. It might be saying, you know, you've literally wrung as much out of that particular scenario as you can. So it might be that you're in a job that you've kind of just got tired of, and you've just been trying so hard and you're not getting anywhere anymore. It might be time to go get a new job. That's the energy that I'm picking up with that particular card. So I'm just going to lay down a Brian as usual, just to go with these lovely cards. Let me move them around a little bit so we've got a bit more room, because these are quite big cards. There we go. Let's see what we've got with Brian. See what Brian's got to add. So Brian is saying, with a bit of your luck, yes. I kind of feel like I am looking at work scenarios mainly with these cards, although it could be love. It's just how I'm feeling about them. And there's Brian going, yeah, with a bit of luck, yes. it looks positive. Chariot, go for it. Queen of Swords, have a strategy, but still go for it. The Father Gate, need to take a step forward. Can't stick around where nothing's working. You have to move forward now. It's time. With a bit of luck, you absolutely can get what you want from a situation. So a really, really fantastically positive energy for the week ahead. If it is love that you're interested in, absolutely go for what you want. With a bit of luck, yes, Brian is saying. Same when it comes to work, same when it comes to your energy. Just be bold and go for what you want is the overall message, I think, there. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe and all those good things. Really, really helps me out with the channel. And I'll see you all again soon. I've got a few more unboxings to do. I've got a craft project that I've done that I want to upload. So quite a lot going on this week. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.